All right, man. Come on, let's get on to more ignorance, bro. We got to talk about No Jumper, man. Ooh, has it been a week?
Yeah, man, they trying to hire me right now, and I said, nah, y'all ain't finna hire me.
Yeah, bro, I was saying I might have to wander around Burbank a little bit, run into Mr. 22.
Hey,
That's why I'm trying to lay some good footage down. You know what I'm saying? Show them the podcast. Be like, yeah, what's up, man? This is what I'm doing, Adam. I ain't too ignorant. I can talk to you about anything. If you want to have them racists come up in here, bro, I'll talk with them too. I'll get at them. Unlike you, all that, man. I had all types of stuff. I guess the week started out with like the big news of the week was, well, first earlier on, AD had been mad about Adam bringing, what's the guy's name?
Richard
Spencer. Two first names. It's all good. He had him on. That had been like earlier last week, but then this week Lush is on live. They're doing Gina's little rap thing, and then you just see Adam walk in. You lied, Lush. You lied to me.
He said,
nah.
What? Nah.
Lush had that dumb ass. Nah. Like, he's like,
what did I do? Like, bro, I just so scared, bro.
He was terrified, bro.
Do y'all think he actually lied though?
No, Lush for sure lied.
Look at his face, bro.
No, so
I thought so,
basically,
but I wasn't sure.
what happened is Adam had been telling. He had talked to Lush because he wanted to remove AD from the Tuesday show. And Lush had been basically like, oh, nah, like, I don't think you should move him. Or, like, I think it's a bad move, but I'm with you, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, I mean, he tells him same four. That was the thing that started. Is like, he tells him same four jokes over and over again, whatever, right? And then I guess Lush then went and told that to AD, what Adam had told about him. And he's going to the Discord and talk. They have a Discord with a bunch of fans, and they're just there to like stir up trouble. And he's telling the fans like, yeah, Adam's gonna fire AD. He's gonna have he's saying AD tells same four jokes. Then he's talking to them about like what everyone makes. So Adam walks in on the live stream like, you lied, Lush. I've just talked to several people confirming stuff that I only told to you. And Lush is there about to shit himself. But the biggest takeaway from this was or the biggest critique was like, why did you do this to the guy on live stream where everyone could see it? I'm surprised Adam didn't say. I thought maybe Adam's thought would be like, bro, I don't want him to spin a narrative that it wasn't what it was, so I was gonna do it right there, right then. He more said, I was just so mad I sat there for 20 minutes, then I went in and did this. So yeah, that happened. I guess we could start there. You think it was fucked up for him to do it live like that?
Yeah, because like Lush is like an ex-drug addict. He ain't really like, you feel me? He like kind of.
That's Lush one. He created battle rap.
Exactly, man. That nigga is crazy, man. He used to be right there in the mix of the disaster. All them, you know.
Do you think it's messed up to do someone live like that?
Yeah, I think Adam did it. I think Adam did him really dirty because they been working together for a minute, right? They've known each other for a while.
And he called him a fucking snake.
Yeah, he called him a snake on live. Like, all of that wasn't necessary. But the point you brought up, like, he could have definitely twisted it and maybe created his own narrative if he didn't go, like, live and, I guess, call him out publicly. So that would have just been, like, a hassle and super annoying. A bunch of media outlets would have went crazy.
Yeah, and you got to explain it after the fact why he's fired.
Yeah, so I could see where he's coming from now. I could see that. For like wanting to expose him online.
Yeah, he trying to deflect it though. He keep trying to like say, oh well, if Lush didn't say anything, then it'll be all good. No, it won't, because you still said it. Like,
but you think Lush is the type to like try to pull a narrative out of that?
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't put it past him. Okay. But so the whole thing though is, Adam keeps blaming Lush, and Adam's definitely, I see in my eyes, he's right as far as like, I'd be like, you're a fucking bitch. Like, why would you tell someone something that obviously I was saying to you? Like, and I also get AD being upset, like, bro, I'm your dog. You know me for way longer, and all that type of stuff. I've always stepped out in front of everything. But in my opinion, like, I don't think it's that bad of a thing. Like, for you to say something about another co-host, like, yo, he tells them same shits. Like, I feel like that's who you're gonna tell that to. And people say, why didn't you tell it straight to AD? But if I'm calling you, because you'd already talked to AD about not being on the show. If I'm telling you you're not on the show, I don't necessarily need to. It's like if you're going through a breakup with a female. If you're at the point of breaking up, you're not at the point of pointing out flaws necessarily anymore. Like, if you're not trying to work on something, then what's the point of bringing it up if you're already done with the relationship? He said, I think it's best for our friendship. We go our separate ways. And then to Lush, he laid out more specifics, like, dude tells the same four jokes every time, whatever. I just feel like I get, like, it was messed up Adam talking behind AD's back, right. But was it that messed up? That's the thing I wonder.
See, that 4 jokes, that ain't even bad. Like, that's, I don't
To be
see
honest,
how
bro,
he gonna
I
be
think
that
he was.
mad for saying that.
I think, exactly. It's not that bad.
Same 4 jokes. Like, you about to cry over that?
That's what I'm saying. And then honestly, I felt like AD when they talked, you couldn't really reason with him, bro. When AD starts saying like the N word after every single line, that's when I like, for me personally, I couldn't have a conversation like that. Nigga, yeah, what are you talking about, nigga? All the shit I did, nigga. I'm just like, bro.
About to cry on that live.
Yeah, bro. When he was on the phone with Adam, bro, and he just kept saying like, I'm like, dog, if we can't keep a constant like an actual dialogue. I couldn't do it. I couldn't just be a white dude trying to reason with a dude, and then it just like that's what it turns to. As soon as you're trying to argue, like it's like, all right, bro. I feel like a constant theme is that Adam doesn't seem to understand people's emotions, and like that's why it seems so often when they get upset with him, like they're more based on the wanting him to understand their emotions than like the actual argument. And he's only an argument first guy. Exactly. But I don't seek to totally just defend Adam, because Adam definitely, bro, he looks like shit right now. Everyone's leaving him. And low-key, I predicted this on a stream a while ago. Right. Because, so now, since then, AD packed it up. T-Rail packed it up. AD and T-Rail, come on, bro. They were them dudes at No Jumper, right? Those two have left. I heard Gina Views just announced she's leaving too on Twitter. About Gina, damn. But AD and T-Rail, yeah, I think Adam definitely blew it with both of them, bro. Like, those are your two aces, bro. You really need to take care of them. And then you find out that neither of them were on contract. But here's the thing. If I'm them, though, I'm not complaining about not being on a contract. You could complain about your pay rate. But to be honest, like, no owner, no boss is saying, why didn't you put me on contract? Right. Bro, you don't want to be on contract. You should be. I'd be happy to work as a 1099. Exactly. Get to build up everything you guys have built up. Because all the new people that he's put on these contracts, bro, and all the contracts that are going to be going forward, they're not going to be able to do the stuff that AD and T-Rail and all of them were able to do, building their stuff outside. So if anything, you don't want to be on that. But for T-Rail and AD to be supposedly getting less money than Lush and Almighty Suspect,
no, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
But you heard, that's when I was like, damn. He's like, oh, well, basically, like, he's like, so you just gonna have niggas slaving and whoop-de-whoop. And Adam was on the phone. He's like, yeah, basically. You didn't hear that one? When T-Rail was on the live stream?
Oh, and he was talking about the...
basically, he's like, you got to bring it up if you want to raise. He's like, oh, yeah, it's over. It's through.
So the ship is sinking, and then the dude brings on white supremacists on his
show.
So
he did that a little bit before, but there was already been like, it's just been so rocky this whole year pretty much. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? He brought on the guy, I keep forgetting the guy's name. I'm sorry, Richard Spencer.
And Nick Fuentes, another
Nick Fuentes.
And then you got, but on that panel was Richard, Dude, and Destiny. I don't know who's the other guy. Was the other guy Nick Fuentes or was it different?
Honestly, I don't know.
Some other guy. Yeah, and the biggest criticism is like, how do you have the? And by the way, bro, Richard Spencer was at the Charleston rallies talking about yelling on all types of racist stuff.
Yeah, he had the people end up running over some lady.
He was rallying
when it happened. Yeah, that shit
was this in Chicago? No, you said Charleston. Charleston.
Yeah, bro, he had some crazy quotes. So I think the bigger thing, they called him a white Zionist before. I'm trying to look for. He has all types of stuff yelling about the white race being superior.
I mean, he's a white supremacist.
Yeah, like he's a straight white supremacist, right? He was out there doing all that. Adam always has this logic where he tries to, because I also heard Joe Budden grilling him too, and he was saying, well, I didn't think they'd have an issue since, he was open to talking to Nick Fuentes when we talked to him. Bro, yes, you and AD, you and another black man sitting down and grilling Nick Fuentes, fine. But you having 3 other white dudes on a platform, having a spirited debate, not even about any of the racist stuff, but mostly about just politics. The left versus the right. Destiny's on the left, this dude's on the right. And that was the debate, whatever. Bro, you weren't even getting to, it wasn't even an interview. It was just a nice little debate about this stuff. That's way different. And the fact he has no understanding of like, bro, you didn't have one black person. And he tried to get Van Latham, cool, but who cares? You didn't have a black person on the pod. You didn't want to get AD, like, and I get it. I feel like also he got a little burnt out on AD. Right. Because I could see on the podcast him just being irritable, getting heated, or like just, and he did have like a superiority complex lately, like the way he talked to everybody, like he was for sure right, or like, no, you've already told that story, we don't want to hear that same story, it's just horrible. So like, bro, I haven't heard this story, and I watch all y'all shit, I'm trying to hear, bro, this is cool, but you're the one cutting it off. But sorry, back to the Richard Spencer guy. Yeah, bro, come on, like the optic is not right, and you're not grilling him, you're not talking to him, and then he's saying, Yeah, and retrospect, based on my viewership, I probably should have harped on that a little. What do you mean based on your viewership, bro? Like, you supposed to care about it. Like, all that you've gotten off of black culture, hip hop culture, and you're gonna have this dude on your platform, and you're like, yeah, looking back, I guess I kind of failed at that because I should have made it more of an interview and maybe talked about more previous stuff, because his narrative is that he's off that stuff now, bro. That's it. Yeah, well, he says he's not on it, so why bring it up?
Narrative too, probably.
Exactly.
Think about it. No, they said, look, he's in his natural habitat in that interview. That's why it wasn't an interview. It's like he was cooling with his boy.
And they made that. Destiny made the comment, like, oh yeah, you're in hip hop, so you're the slave owner. At first, like, you're black, you're the slave owner.
She's the one who said that.
He's a guy, a white dude.
Oh, shit.
You could call him she too in a way, but
what do y'all think of Adam giving these white supremacists the platform? Because that's a whole nother thing.
See, I don't have necessarily an issue with you having one on. Like, I've seen Joe Rogan have all types of different people on. I've seen him have a white supremacist reform. I've seen him have that weird ass black dude that was going to the white supremacy meetings. The what's it called? The KKK meeting.
Dude, yeah.
He weird dude. Like, yeah, cool. Interesting to hear what he had to say. But I'm like, bro, you went to a KKK rally and made best friends with the arch, which is it's a cool story. Yeah. So I don't have an issue with you platforming him. It's very interesting. But if you're gonna do it, go about it the right way. Like, you don't bring on Nick Fuentes and then you just want to argue, you just want to have a debate about like birth control or something. Like, nah, get at him for what he said that's been so offensive to the culture that's uplifted you, bro. Because if you want to go back to your BMX days, you wasn't on shit. We hadn't heard of you. You had a little fucking blog, bro. What was the blog doing? Nothing.
He was hanging with kids. And
you were hanging with kids. Oh, drugs. And then bro can't, dude. So in the midst of all this, right? Flacco, Poetic Flacco, fat one stutters.